Hello, my friends. My name is Detective Coin. I have recently inherited the investigating crap, never mind. I can't do it that way. Okay. So my name is Mary and welcome to MLosh Budgets and Designs. I have created a challenge book where you get to play detective and you get to enter for a chance to win a $50 Etsy card. Gift card. It's not just a card that says, hey, 50 bucks, congratulations. It's actually it's a gift card for you to purchase some fun items out of Etsy for up to $50. So here is the game. It's called Busted by Detective Coin. So you need to help Detective Coin figure out the who, what, where, when, why, how. And she received a message on her door that read, I did it. I'm not sorry. I'll do it again. Someone's feeling very sassy. So you are going to get this book. It is bound together with wire. Each envelope or each of one of these cards can be turned into an envelope. So if you want to save your money separately for each game, you can cut along the side here and have it be a side load, or you can cut it along the top and have it be a top load for your money. Or you can just use the investigation notes page and have that be your envelope, however you want to do it. But they do come sealed to protect them from moisture and damage during shipping. What you also receive is your investigation kit. You are going to get your colored dot dice to determine what game is to be played, a six-sided dice, because there's some challenges in here that you're going to need a six-sided dice. You're going to get it's actually a 10-sided dice, but we use it as a 9-sided. The 0 doesn't count. So you are going to get one of these as well. You also get your suspect. We have no idea who the suspect is. So you get a faceless suspect. You also get a magnifying glass. Now, I am a fan of multi-purpose tools. So not only does this magnify the things that you're going to need, I don't know if I can figure out how to make it so that you can see that, but it does work. The other thing that's really cool about this is you can pop it out and you can use it as a scratch off tool. Ta-da! So if you have lost your scratcher or you want to use this with your game, this does become a scratch off tool, and then when you're done, you just pop it back in. Sorry, I put it in backwards. Okay, so it does pop back in and it doesn't come back out. All right, so let's go through the game. So the first thing you need to do is you need to roll the colored dot dice to determine what game you're going to play first. So let's roll it. It's the yellow. So now we find the yellow bordered game, which is the what. Okay? So once you've rolled and you find out the game, you play that game. Now let's go through the games. These are your investigation notes. So once you figure out the who, you can fill that in here. The what, the where, when, why, how, all that good stuff. We're going to start on this for now. We are going to go game by game. This one's going to be for the suspect. So what you have to do is you have to roll the six-sided dice. And if you roll a 1, 2, or 3, you're going to play the orange board. If you roll a 4, 5, or 6, you're going to play the green board. You don't play this purple board, the suspect, until both of these have been won. Now these are played like tic-tac-toe. So you're going to roll, once you've determined which board you're going to play, the orange or the green, you're going to roll the 9-sided dice and see how that's the 6. What we're going to do is we are going to figure out which one is the 6th one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to scratch this off. And then you can roll again, start from the beginning, and play the next game. Or you can keep playing this one. Completely up to you. My investigators are not in your home watching to see how you're playing the game. You would roll again. And now it's a 5. Oops, sorry, it was a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you scratch that one off. The goal is to keep scratching them off until you see the 3 same hair colors in a row. or it can be diagonal, it can be up and down, it can be side to side, but they have to be 3 in a row. They are predetermined. You just have to keep rolling until you uncover them. Same with the male or the female. Once you've uncovered these 2 clues, then you can start rolling and playing for the suspect. Okay? You also get to determine the value for each scratch-off sticker. Or if you would like, if you have the budget for it, you can save the dollar amount that you rolled. The location. This is another dice game. You're going to use these 6-sided dice for this one. And you are going to roll the number, or roll the dice. And then in one of these blank ones, you can match up the colors if you want to. You don't have to. You put the 5 in here. Now what you get to do is you get to determine the value for each number rolled. So the 1s can be worth $1, the 6 can be worth $6, or if you want to get through this, you don't have a high budget, then you can make these 25 cents. You can make them all $1. You can make them 5, 10, 15, 20 cents. You know, whatever your budget allows for. Just know you have to fill up all of the flags. When you're done filling in all of the flags, you count how many rolls you had. So I had 6 1s, I had 7 2s, I had 8 3s. And then whichever one had the highest tally, then that's where the crime occurred. That's the location of where the crime occurred. Now, if you had a tie, you just simply roll. And when the first time, let's say the tie was between the 1 and the 2, then I just rolled a 1, so that would be the winner. So that meant the crime occurred in the United States. Next, we have the offense, the what. And what we have to do is we have to roll through to find out, we have to look through all of these newspapers to find out what crime occurred. And we're going to use our colored dice for that. So I'm going to roll 1 and I get an orange. So I start here and I go to the orange newspaper and I do my investigating on the orange paper. And then over here, I've determined my values for each color. Again, set it to your budget. I save that dollar amount and then I roll again. It's an orange. Now I have to go all the way down to the orange again and I save that amount. If you're not going to play this all in one, I highly recommend you use your Sharpie and you cross it off. Now I've received the orange again. I cannot go backwards. I have to continue to move forward. So now I've got the yellow. I go here. I don't go back up to this old yellow. I go to the very next newspaper until I've gotten to the very bottom of my newspaper trail. Then I add up how many times I landed on red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Whichever one is the highest amount, I scratch off the sticker next to it to determine what crime was committed. Then we also have the date of the incident. This is predetermined, but you have to scratch off all of the stickers to determine which holiday that the crime occurred on. Again, set the values. If you scratch off a Valentine's Day, that can be worth $5. Halloween, that could be worth $2. You know, you need to determine the value. And then we have the motive. This is going to be a card game. What you do is you take your standard deck of cards. The cards are not included in the package. I went a little nuts on ordering things, so this has already cost me a pretty penny. Hopefully you have a deck of cards. These can be bought over at dollar stores, online, wherever you want. So the way that it's intended, I say intended because you can always put your own spin on it. The intended way is to do the pyramid solitaire, where you put the first card and then you do 2 and then you do a row of 3. I'm only going to do a row of 3 for demonstration purposes. Now, you flip over the top card. It's a king of clubs. I can't pull anything to match my king. It would either have to be a queen or an ace. I don't have a queen or an ace, so since this is the top card on my deck, then I draw a club into one of any open available card on your game board. You just use your artistic skills and draw in a club. Now, if I was able to play this, let's say I can do the 4, then I could do the 6, and then I could do the, I can't do anything with the 6 or after the 6, so that spade is the last one on top of my deck, so I put in a 6, or I'm sorry, I draw in a spade, and that's the end of it. That's the end of that round. And then if you'd like, you can keep on playing. Again, totally up to you. Now, once I am done filling in all of the cards on my game board, I need to tally them up. How many hearts did I put in there? How many diamonds, clubs, spades? When I figure out which one had the most, that's when I get to scratch off one of these stickers to find out the motive. Why did they commit the crime? And again, you can create your own value. And then the last game board is the how. These are some of the weapons involved with the crime. It could have been, you know, too much wine. It could have been a pan. It could have been a pencil. You need to roll the 6-sided dice to determine which board you're going to play at a time. So I'm going to roll the first one, and I rolled a 6. So a 6 means I'm going to play the green board. Now that I'm on the green board, I roll my dice. It's a 2, so I go over to the second column. I roll again. It's a 5, so I go down to the 5th row. Now I color in my E. Once I have, or I color my E, now I stop. Now I have to determine which board to play again. I can't keep playing that board. Now I roll again. It's a 4. 4 is the blue board, so now I move up to this one. Again, I roll. It's a 3. I go to the 3rd column. I roll again, and I go to the 1st row. And I mark that one off, and that one's a miss. You determine if it's a hit, if you land on a letter, how much is that value going to be? If you miss and you land in a blank space, how much is that value going to be? And you save that dollar amount each time. Once you've played through this and you are able to cross off all of the letters in one of the game board, that will be the weapon that was used in the commission of the crime. Now, don't forget, you have to go all the way back to the beginning and fill out your investigation notes whenever you have solved one of the pieces of the puzzle to determine who did what, where, why, when, how. And once you are done, if you complete it by July 1st of 2024, send your name and your details of the crime to mloshdesigns@gmail.com, and you will be entered for a chance to win a $50 gift card to Etsy. So that is it, my friends. I hope you join me for the investigation into Busted. And I'm going to have fun with this. We are going to have a limited number of books available for purchase. They are going to be live on my Etsy shop by the time that you see this video. And I look forward to playing along with you. Have a great day.